Good afternoon, I'm Jeff. I'm a Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 401 Northwest 19th Street here in McMinnville, Oregon. We're located at the rear of the home. We've got a 3-inch cast iron cleanout here in the concrete patio off to the right of the rear sliding glass door. This will be the point of access. I'm going to insert the camera and check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Currently have water running. Here we go. I'm going to and zero out the camera counter here at the base of the cleanout, and I'll refer to that spot as the point of access. I'm not entirely sure what's going on here. There's quite a bit of standing water here right off the bat, so we may not have a clear look at this until the very end when it's all drained out, but there's something going on there. Okay, so right here appears to be right at the base of the cleanout. I'm going to zero out right here. And here at 14 feet, it may have transitioned prior to this. I can't see anything because of some standing water, but it looks like it's switched over to I think 4-inch ABS pipe here. Okay, we have another transition here at, we'll call it's 20 feet, and it's switching over to 4-inch PVC pipe. Okay, just in front of the camera head here at 20. Now the camera head right next to it is at 25 feet. There appears to be a crack in the pipe. I don't know if this was an old concrete line that was sleeved, but it looks like there's something underneath the PVC that's peeled away there. And there's a crack on the side of the line, and water is leaking into the sewer line here. So I'm not sure what that source of water is, but this is a pretty significant issue. Obviously, that's not affecting flow currently, but root intrusions could definitely come through that spot, and the water seeping through may cause that line to deteriorate and crack and get worse. So that's definitely something I'm going to recommend a repair on to get that resolved. And then just beyond that, here at 25 feet, we have reached the terminus for the line. I'll do locates to find out where this is all at. Alright, I did locate the camera head here at the terminus. The line just goes straight back and terminates just before the fence at the rear of the property. And I marked right here with with white paint, drew a T in the mark dust, and it's at 4 foot 8 inches deep here, so pretty shallow. I'm going to go ahead and reel back here just a little bit to where the pipe is cracked at, and just do another locate. I'll mark right here with an X, but the depth here should be very similar. Okay, I did another locate here right at the crack in the pipe just to double check. I just drew another X right next to the T to indicate the crack in the line, and still here is about 4 foot 8 inches deep. I'm going to continue to reel back the camera here. We do have all the water turned off in the house. I'm not sure where this water is coming from that's still flowing through. Could be a who knows what, but we'll look for other tie-ins or something like that to indicate if some other line's hooking on here, dumping water into the pipe. There's a big bunch of debris right here. Flush is coming down the line, so this might move out of the way. This is a really big bunch of debris here, though. Okay, so there is a sump pump on the side of the house on the left side that's possibly pumping water into here, and that's why it won't drain out all the way. It just keeps running. So we're going to attempt to get some power cut to it so it will at least drain out all the way. But as I come back through here, especially now that big wad of debris is gone, with the water still flowing through there, what I thought was some standing water, at least in this spot a little bit ago, is draining out quite nicely. If there is any standing water there, it's extremely minimal once it's drained. But there is some debris on the bottom of the flow line here that's making it pretty tricky to see other parts of the line. Now that some of the water levels dropped down, I've been trying to look at this joint here to see if there's any roots or anything. The water level's just been too high to see it. So there is still water coming through the line, not sure what from. Okay, so here at about 7 feet from the point of access, on the left side of the screen here, it looks like there is a block of wood in the sewer pipe, like a post or something like that, but about a 6-inch section of it. So it's entirely possible that was what was causing some of the standing water and debris at the beginning, because it's draining out much better than it was on the way out. But with that there in the sewer line, I would highly recommend hydrojetting the line to clear that out. There's other debris in the flow line up ahead, so it would serve the line well to jet it for that reason as well, to get it all cleaned out. But that's most likely going to keep leading to more and more problems if it stays in there. It weighs way too much for any flush to move it out. Okay, so we're back here right at the base of the cleanout. There's something here from the top of the... If that's... This is really tough to see. That could be roots. It also might be a bunch of hair or something. It's covered up with a bunch of grease. It looks like it's growing right out of that pipe. Yeah, this is, if I get up nice and close to it, it looks like there's cobwebs kind of growing around it, but this does appear to be a root intrusion here. It's kind of tough to say, so I would recommend getting a second set of eyes on it, but I'm going to locate and recommend a repair right here. At the very least, do a hydrojet to clear those out of there, and then keep an eye on them. Root-killing foam might keep these at bay, but there's a tree right close to this spot here, only about 8 to 10 feet away. It's entirely possible that's where those roots are from. Okay, so I'm going to locate here at the end. I am going to recommend a repair here to correct these roots, because these are, you can see the stuff that's caught in them already. They're generally going to keep on growing and getting bigger, so that's something that I think needs to be dealt with. Otherwise, you're going to have to keep an eye on them all the time and do scopes and hydrojets to keep them trimmed back. Okay, we're back at the terminus for the line at the rear of the property, and what I pushed out of the way there, it looks like a piece of PVC pipe somehow got in the sewer line here. So that needs to be jetted out of the way, because that's probably going to lead to some pretty serious blockages if it's not removed. It's kind of in a goofy, precarious spot the way it sits here. Well, I'm just about to pull the camera head out. I'm going to locate right here at the root intrusion near the clean out. Recommend a repair there. I also recommend a repair out at 24 feet to fix the hole that's in the side of the pipe where the water's leaking in. Once again, we don't have any obvious thing that is running in the house as far as sinks and stuff go. So we don't know where this water is flowing from. This is obviously not from the crack out ahead. It's coming from somewhere near the house or a storm drain or something like that. But yeah, I do recommend correcting these roots and the crack, and then I also highly recommend getting the line jetted out to remove all the debris that's sitting in the pipe currently. There's some pretty serious objects that need to be removed. And then I recommend a rescope to run back through here when it's all cleaned out, make sure that those items were removed, and make sure that nothing was hiding beneath the any of the debris buildup or anything like that. Yeah, I've just done a white X marking on the concrete pad. Unfortunately, it's underneath that, but I do recommend a repair here to correct those roots so they don't keep coming back. I'm going to go ahead and reel all the way out. Again, I think the line needs to be jetted and rescoped. Make sure all the items were removed, as well as to ensure that there's nothing else that was hiding beneath the thick layer of debris that's in the bottom of the flow line.